Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejas Vinavaditamastu Mahavidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drika Tadrishyam Draktumanasam Drishyadi Vrittaya Sakshi Drage Vanatu Drishyate. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Now we are up to verse 22. We have seen. I think Priya, you can try chanting. You can activate your microphone and try chanting this.
20.
Yeah, verse 22.
Upekshya nama rupe dve. Upekshya nama rupe dve. Satchidananda tatparaha. Satchidananda tatparaha. Samadhim sarvada kuryad. Samadhim sarvada kuryad. Hridaye vatava bahihi. Hridaye vatava bahihi.
Now, here, this portion of the text talks about meditation. 6 types of meditation are going to be discussed and elaborated, and this meditation is called samadhi. This word samadhi can be understood 2 ways, either as a noun or a verb. Yeah. Samadhi as a noun means the state of pure awareness. It means moksha. So samadhi as a noun means moksha. Yeah. Samadhiyate asmin iti, that in which the mind should rest. Brahman. That's the noun. As the verb, it then means the practice of this deep contemplation on non-duality. Yeah, the practice of deep contemplation on non-duality. Yeah, that's what we mean as samadhi as noun. Now, this samadhi has got 2 types. One is called savikalpa and the other one is called nirvikalpa. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa, samadhi. Savikalpa, here the word vikalpa means duality. Duality. Therefore, savikalpa means with duality. Nirvikalpa, without duality. In Sanskrit, the preposition sa generally means along with, saha. Along with. Yeah. Sahaja. Sahaja means sahajayate, sahajanma. With birth it has come. It means natural. Yeah. Nirdosham, that which is free of dosha. So nirdosham, nirgunam, no gunas, sagunam, with gunas, savikalpa, with duality, nirvikalpa, without duality. Yeah, so something to note. Yeah, that in Sanskrit, nir, N-I-R, if it's prefixed, it means without. And generally, if S-A, sa, is put, it means with. So here, two types of meditation, two types of samadhi are given. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. We said vikalpa means duality. So there's meditation with duality, meditation without duality. Now, does that mean we're practicing two types? Are we meditating on duality and meditating on non-duality? No. In both of them, we are trying to meditate upon the non-dual Brahman. I am Brahman. In both of them, that is your effort. The difference is, in Savikalpa, there is still the feeling that I am meditating upon an object. That's where the duality is coming, in this feeling. This feeling that I, the dhyata means meditator, is meditating upon Brahman, which is dhyayam. And this process is called dhyanam. So dhyata, or what they say, dhyatru, dhyaya, dhyanam. The three factors exist: subject, object, and process. Subject, object, process. That's what is still remaining in Savikalpa. So in Savikalpa, when a person is meditating, they're still meditating on I am Brahman. However, the notion that I am the one who is meditating upon this, which is Brahman, that notion still remains. And because that notion still remains, they have not reached Nirvikalpa. This we gave an example last week. Guruji gave a nice example, and that is of sleep. That in order to go to sleep, we have a phase of preparing for sleep. And in preparing for sleep, we brush our teeth, we change our clothes, put pajamas on, we dim the lights, put bed heater on. All these things we do. Now, in this state, when you are doing, you're still active, you're not sleeping. But you are preparing yourself for sleep. So in Savikalpa, we are trying to get towards state of non-dual bliss. However, still, we are doing preparation. We are doing the preparation. And the preparation is saying, I am meditating upon Brahman. I am doing my daily sadhana. I start at 6 o'clock. I finish at 6:30. And when I finish, I'm very happy. All this is Savikalpa, an attitude of Savikalpa. That if meditation is an activity in your day, if meditation is part of your schedule, then it is Savikalpa. It is Savikalpa. Yeah? If you feel that you are doing meditation, Savikalpa. If meditation is a practice, Savikalpa. Because I am practicing meditation. Yeah? In Nirvikalpa, I am that Brahman only. And I am that Brahman all the time. Yeah? I'm not going to sleep. When I am asleep, non-dual bliss. Yeah? That's what happened in Nirvikalpa. Now, Nirvikalpa will be explained in here, so I won't go into more detail. But I want to understand the difference between Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa. Both of them, you are meditating upon non-dual Brahman. However, in Savikalpa, the attitude that I am the doer still remains. I'm the meditator, that still remains. That's why it's called Savikalpa. Okay? Now, Savikalpa, therefore, requires effort. Savikalpa is effort. And in Nirvikalpa, no effort. Preparation for sleep requires effort. Sleep itself, no effort. When you're in deep sleep, no effort. If in deep sleep you're struggling away, then you're not in deep sleep. Okay? If you're struggling in your deep sleep, then it's not deep sleep. Okay? So, this is now the difference between these two. Now the text is going to further subcategorize this savikalpa, nirvikalpa, and it's going to say that either you can turn your attention within, hridi, antar, or you can turn your attention outside, bahi. And you can practice the meditation outside, or you can practice the meditation by turning within. Two options are there. So it's called hridi, which means heart, or bahi, which means outside. Okay? So now, if we look at it, because it gets a little bit complicated when you read it to understand what's happening, especially with all the words. So what I'm going to do now is put a chart up. Yeah, and this chart is going to show you the 6 types of meditations that the text is now going to explain. Okay, there are 6 types. Now we've already seen nirvikalpa, savikalpa. Now within that nirvikalpa, savikalpa, within that savikalpa, there are 2 types. In savikalpa, you can focus on words, or you can focus on what is called drishya, what is seen. Yeah. And all this is going to be explained. I'm just giving you overview, okay? So now let's have a look at this chart. So that's it. That's our chart, okay? So now if we look at this chart, samadhi, meditation, okay? This is a practice. You know, we must understand it's a practice. Now it divides it, that there's meditation within and meditation outside. Antar, bahi. So when we're doing it within, we are looking at body, mind, intellect and separating Atma from body, mind, intellect. When we look outside, we are separating Jagat and Brahman. Okay, all this is going to be explained. Now, in the within and the outside, you have 2 types. With duality, savikalpa. Without duality, nirvikalpa. And here, with duality, savikalpa. Here, without nirvikalpa. Okay. Then this savikalpa is subdivided, associated with the scene, drishya, and associated with words, shabda. Okay. Drishya, shabda. Yeah. And the same thing is going to happen on this side. On the out, when you're meditating outside, there's meditation without duality, nirvikalpa, but with duality, associated with scene, associated with words. Those who know how to, you take a screenshot of this. Yeah, it's from the book, but it depends if you have the book. Okay, so you can take a screenshot. So this is an overview. So here we have 1. We have savikalpa samadhi associated with scene. 2, savikalpa samadhi associated with words. And then 3, nirvikalpa. All this is looking within. This column, looking outside, savikalpa associated with scene, savikalpa associated with words, and then nirvikalpa. But that's based on outside, where attention goes outside, and this one attention goes inside. Okay, now this is just the setup. We are now going to explore each one. Okay, now it is good to have this because sometimes they'll use some, they'll end up using a bit of Sanskrit words, so it can get a bit confusing. Now, the other thing to note is actually nirvikalpa is the same. Number 3 and number 6 are actually the same because nirvikalpa is nirvikalpa. You can't have 2 types of nirvikalpa. So, just because the book is going to explain it with these 6, that's why it's given that way. But in reality, nirvikalpa only 1. So then this actually comes down to 5. Nirvikalpa, and then you have savikalpa, savikalpa inner, savikalpa outer, and then you have with words, with scene, with words. Okay? Again, take screenshot if you want. Okay, so now this is what we are going to be exploring during Untitled meditation. Okay, so now let us chant verse 23. Yeah.
Savikalpo nirvikalpaha. Savikalpo nirvikalpaha. Samadhirdvividho hridi. Samadhirdvividho hridi. Drishya shabdanuvedhena. Drishya shabdanuvedhena. Savikalpah punardvidha. Savikalpah punardvidha.
Okay, so here this verse is now talking of that left-hand side column. So the left-hand side column is all about focusing your attention within. So hridi is the word that is used in the thing. We are now talking about focusing attention within. Yeah. And when we look at this type of meditation where attention is focused within, then we find three are there. What are they? Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. And then within that savikalpa, there's a split. Drishya, shabda. Yeah, that's how you get the three. So initially it says savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Then savikalpa is split into two, and you get drishya and shabda. Drishya means associated with seen, and shabda means associated with words. Okay? So now it's just saying we are looking at the types of meditation where you bring your attention within, and there are three that are there. Okay? That's all that verse is saying. Because I already showed that chart, this shouldn't be too complicated, this verse. Okay? That's it. Now, let's actually move into what they actually are. Okay, so next verse.
Kamadhyas chittaga drishyas. Kamadhyas chittaga drishyas. Tatsakshittvena chetanam. Tatsakshittvena chetanam. Dhyaye drishyanu Dhyaye drishyanu Samadhis savikalpakaha. Samadhis savikalpakaha.
Okay. So here we are taking up the first type of meditation. And the first type of meditation, looking at our chart, maybe I'll see if I can pull that chart up again. That in that chart, this first meditation is here. Okay, this is what we're looking at. Because we're looking within. We're now taking this portion, this column within, and we are now saying how to meditate by turning your attention within and using Drishya, Drig-Drishya Viveka. Okay, so that's what Drishan with it is called, associated with seeing. Okay, so we're now looking at number one. So what is this type of meditation? This is a very popular, very common, and one that people do find quite easy to do, this meditation. Yeah. And this is the meditation of being sakshi, the witness to your thoughts. Okay? Because our energy is focused within, so we are looking within, we are not looking at the world outside. And now with this world within, what do I see? I see my mind, my intellect, I see a flow of thoughts, flow of emotions. I have anger, I have fear, I have anxiety. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed because of lockdown number 2. I had arranged a big party and now no one can come to my party. So now I only have to celebrate my party and I can't even eat any chips because they say to wear a face mask. So I wear a face mask, can't eat my chips. So I can't enjoy. So I'm a bit disappointed. Can't drink anything, can't eat anything. Face mask is there. Okay. Feeling disappointed. So feelings and thoughts. Thoughts. So confused. There's a lot of information that just came right now. Yeah. So a bit confused. Yeah. Feelings or thoughts as they come and go, you remain witness. Tat sakshittvena chetanam dhyayet. Dhyayet, meditate. Upon what? Chetanam, consciousness. Which is what? Sakshittvena. Meditate upon consciousness as the witness. Meditating upon consciousness as the witness. The witness of what? Kamadi. Kamadyaha. Drig-Drishya. The witness of these things that are seen. What are these things that are seen? The things, thoughts that are flowing through the mind. Chittaga. Chitta means mind. Ga means going. The goings on of the mind. That's what I am now observing. I am becoming a witness to this. Yeah. I am now watching each and every thought and feeling that is coming. And what are all these thoughts and feelings? So many can be there. Now, in the shloka, it says kamadyaha. Now, what we have to do is we have to go back to verse 4, because all of these were given in verse 4. Yeah? So verse 4, page 19, in my edition, you will see a whole list of thoughts which is given. Kamaha, desire. Sankalpaha. There, sankalpaha means resolve. Sandehaha, doubt. Shraddha, belief. Ashraddha, lack of belief. Dhruti, fortitude. Itare, its opposite. Hrir, modesty. Di, intelligence. Bi, fear. Iti eva, even more are there. More are there. But you see, this verse, that word kamadi, you can connect to verse 4. That what are all the different things? Actually, we don't even need to know, because our own experience, we can figure this out. Yeah, that there are many that are coming. So the book has just given preview to the amount of thoughts and emotions I have. You know, when you watch a movie, preview goes for about 2 minutes. Movie goes for 2 hours. Yeah. Now, the book has given us 10 things. They are preview. But what's happening in our head? That's a movie. Big movie. Big movie. Okay. Lots of different emotions. Now, how do we practice this witness attitude? It's very commonly called witness attitude. In Sanskrit, Sakshi Bhava. Sakshi Bhava is the name of this type of meditation. It's Sakshi Bhava. Okay, Sakshi means witness. Now, why do we find it so difficult to practice this? This is sometimes tough. Thoughts, emotions, all that come. And it is tough to actually just stand apart and watch. Stand apart and watch. And do you know why it's very hard? It's because we have not clearly labeled the thought. When you don't label something, you know what? You don't know your relationship with that thing. No label, relationship very unclear. You know, when people go to work and you put your food in the fridge, they say to label your food sometimes, you know. Sometimes some people to label their food, because otherwise someone else will eat your sandwich. So they say any food in the fridge must be labeled, right? Because if it is labeled, I mean, oh, this belongs to that person. So if someone's yogurt is there, say Tom's yogurt, then you can't go eat it unless your name is Tom. Yeah, even if your name is Tom, it doesn't mean it belongs to you. I mean, that particular person who put it in there, yeah, it is. There could be 2 Toms. Yeah, you can't just take anyone's. When you label something, you establish relationship. Relationship very clear. Yeah. Now, if you see, if you go, say, at a social function or at, some school or something like that, or daycare center, then a child is misbehaving or doing something, and then teacher might say, whose child is this? then you should know your relationship with that child. If you are the parent, if you are the guardian, you must know that. Yeah, I am the parent, I am the guardian. Even when you pick up children, I think when you pick up children, you have to sign the form, who you are. Yeah, they must have, who are the people picking up the children? Legal guardian, legal parent, who are these people? Relationship must be established. When relationship established, there's clarity. There's a lot of clarity. Yeah. When we don't label that object, relationship is very blurred. And when this blurring takes place, what happens is slowly you start seeing that object as an extension of yourself. You see the object as an extension of yourself because the label is not made. Yeah. Therefore, it's very important that we label it. When we label it, then we can establish relationship. And then with that relationship, we can actually stand apart. No label, no relationship, can't stand apart. Okay? So currently, I don't know what on earth is happening upstairs here. All I know is I get up in the morning, I feel something. I feel completely uninspired. I feel, oh, it's so cold. Melbourne winter. See, Melbourne winter is supposed to be cold, so you should not be upset. But there's no sun, it's all gray. I'm going to stay in my hoodie the entire day. I'm not coming up. I'm not coming under the covers. Right? So I don't feel good. Don't feel good, you know. And then as the day goes on, I feel a little bit better, but get a bit tired. Then I got a nice text message. People saying, how are you? Are you doing well? We miss you. Oh, that's always a nice message to get. We miss you. That's very nice. So now, feeling a lot better. Yeah. And then after some time, I get tired. I do some work, do some emails, bored. Yeah. And then evening comes exhausted. And now 8:15, have to listen to Drig-Drishya Viveka class. And why did I sign up for this class? Oh man, I should have really thought about this. Yeah. All these moods are going on. We are going through. But we are not able to stand apart from them because we haven't labeled them. We don't understand what they are. So we feel that all these moods are me. We feel these moods are me and these moods define me. So when I'm finding that every morning can't get out of bed, you know, I start saying, I'm lazy actually. The problem is I'm lazy. Now, when you say I am lazy, you have now taken the thought of laziness and connected it to yourself. Myself, I am. Laziness is a thought. And now that thought has been repeatedly coming. And because this thought has been repeatedly coming, I have now chosen to identify with that thought. That thought now becomes one with me and say, I am lazy. Yeah. Oh, I can't see anyone, I can't meet anyone, I'm getting very frustrated, I'm very angry. So we say, I'm an angry person. Huh? I have bad temper, you know, I have bad temper. I can't sit in this house with these 3 people. I need more people. These people are driving me crazy. I want to go outside. Yeah. Then if you find I like going outside, say I am extrovert. And some people love staying inside. They say I am introvert. All these are thoughts which you have identified with. And because you've identified with them, you have said these define me. And when these define you, always understand these imprison you. However you define yourself, you imprison yourself. If you say, I'm an extrovert, you're going to feel very unhappy now because now it's the time for introverts. Lockdown is the time for introverts. Oh, I'm struggling because I'm an extrovert. Yeah. If you say, I am ill-tempered, then you're going to feel bad about every time you lose your temper. Because, oh, no, I'm just, again, reinforcing the notion that I am ill-tempered. Yeah. If you consider yourself to be lazy, then the morning you can't get up on time, you feel terrible. Because again, justified, I am lazy. Yeah. So if you're lazy, you can't be energetic. Yeah. If you're introvert, you're not going to be extrovert. Yeah. I'm a heart person, then you feel I don't have any head. And if you're a head person, you feel I don't have any heart. Yeah. All these labels are prisons. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to be very clear about these thoughts. We have to label the thought and analyze it clearly. What type of thought, what type of emotion am I going through? As you do this, you start seeing the thought as something separate to you, because it now has a name, it has its own name. You know, now, Hindu culture, when a child is born, we have a thing called samskara, various rituals that have to be done for the child. And actually, in all cultures, these things are there. One of our samskaras is called namakarana. Namakarana. That means you give the name to the child. It varies within communities, some 6 days, some 11 days, like this. Now, when you give that name to that child, then what happens? That child now has independent existence from mother. It now creates an independent existence from the mother. What name has been given? Yeah. And when that name is being given, now separation concept is different. Yeah. Prior to be Babu, Babu, Labu, we just keep changing name, Raju, Maju, all these funny names we come up with, they're not proper names. Yeah. And then eventually we have to call this child, one name. Yeah. I won't say a name, but if I say a name, you think I'm making fun of that name. But you have to give it something. Okay. Some funny names that come into my head, but I won't say them. In case somebody has that name, then they'll feel very offended. Yeah. So now when you give a name to that child, it has its own independent existence. Yeah. Now when you fill out birth certificate, you can put child's name on it. Now that birth certificate is for a child and not for you. It now has its own documentation. Then I think after some time you get your own passport you have to get. Yeah? Little child has to have his own passport. So child gets passport also. You know, old days, I think a child was very young, just came under mother's name. Child was just put under mother's passport. Now I think, you know, at a young age, they say even child must have its own passport. Yeah. The separation. So once name is given, now separation. Now this is what we have to do with our thoughts. With our thoughts and our feelings, we need to create separation. Therefore, it's important that we label them, we name them. Yeah. And that's why it's important that we have a very extensive vocabulary. Yeah. We need to know how to use words, an extensive range of words, to label the extensive range of feelings and thoughts that I have. Yeah. And the more labels you have, the clearer things become. And then the clearer is the thought, or the clearer is the feeling that you're dealing with. Yeah. That's why we know. Generally, two things are there. I feel good, I feel bad. That's the two. That's the start. We start with good and bad. But in this bad, there can be so many things. In this good, there can be so many things. Yeah? So in bad, you can wake up feeling like I put on some weight, feeling a bit lazy. I feel indisciplined. Yeah, feel indisciplined. That the stomach I had last night is still with me today. I thought the stomach would have got digested and gone, but still there. All the dessert I ate last night still sitting there. I thought, God, no, still there. So I feel indulgent. I feel lazy. But then sometimes it's not that. Anxious. I thought about my day. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. A bit anxious, a bit nervous. Yeah. Oh, a lot of work is now coming. A lot of work. How am I going to meet all these deadlines? Nervous. Have to give presentation online. And because online now, everyone is connected from around the world. I've become more anxious. Before it was online, only had to talk to 5 people in my department because that's all the amount of people that would come. Now that it's online, everyone is flooding in from America, London, this, that. So now heart having palpitations. All these are bad feelings. Yeah. And then in that conference, the one person I don't like because they keep on giving me dirty looks and they keep on laughing when I talk, that person is going to be there. In fact, they're the MC. Oh no, that's even worse. Yeah. So the person I dislike the most is the one introducing me. Oh, now really feeling very bad about this. Not happy at all. Yeah. So there's such a variety of feelings. All of them you just go bad. It's so generic. Very generic. Yeah. Therefore, to separate them. We're to separate them from laziness. We're to separate it into anxiety, intrepidation, anticipation, yeah, stress, yeah, insecurity, yeah, all the anger, feeling disempowered, feeling humiliated, feeling embarrassed. All different labels and words are there because all these are different types of negative feelings. Yeah. And if you can label these thoughts clearly, it is easy to stand apart from them. It's easy to witness them because you know exactly what you're looking at. And you can feel its presence coming. I can feel now that nervousness is coming. This nervousness is starting off as a little bit of anxiety, got butterflies in the stomach. And if I can control it there, it may not get to full stress. Yeah, and if I control that, it will not get to panic. You see, this escalates from anxiety, stress, panic. Yeah, if you can label them properly, then you will find it's much easier to deal with them. Okay, now how do we label them? I said we have to develop our vocabulary. That's a one thing. I don't know if I've mentioned it in this class, but many classes I have. You should look online for a thing called the emotional wheel. Emotional wheel. I'm going to see if I can find out what we're talking. Emotional wheel. If you look at emotional wheel, then you're going to find that it is this wonderful, colorful chart. Yeah. Now I'll just share my screen and you can have a quick look. Yeah, I just quickly typed it in and you can have a quick look. When you go to Google, this is what you'll see, emotional wheel. Now if you look at human systems, emotion wheel system, uncomfortable emotions, negative effect, okay? Now if you look, you see here, sad is blue quadrant, but within sad you have depressed, hurt, bereft, melancholy, subdued, aggrieved, discouraged. Then you have further subdivision, broken, small, desolate, agonized, somber, gloomy, sorrowful. Yeah. Then you have under green, you have dislike, dismissive, disgusted, suspicious, appalled, repelled, skeptical. Under yellow, alone, distant, lonely, excluded, fragile, abandoned. Yeah. Under red, angry, then embarrassed, then afraid. Now there's no negative. There's one's no positive as well. There seems to be all negative ones here. But quite a variety there you can see. tired, bored, joyful, excited, sensuous, energetic, cheerful, creative, hopeful, yeah, powerful, faithful, important, appreciated, respected, proud, aware. Yeah. Now, they say, oh, there's so many words there. Some of the words I read you may never even heard of in your life. Yeah. What is somber? Somber. Is it a sombrero? Is that what the Mexicans wear? No. Somber is a different mood. It's a mood. Yeah. Well, look these things up. Look these things up. If you're interested in understanding yourself, you must look up these words and find out. So emotional wheel. I said I prescribed this for one of the classes, and prior to lockdown, I had been telling this. And during lockdown, one family, they printed this thing out and they put it on their fridge. And they said it has been so helpful in communicating how they feel to other people in the house. Because now you're all living together. Yeah, and go, small space, same people. But our moods keep changing all the time. So they have said, if we can communicate this, the other person understands how I feel. Yeah? That I feel somber. And then they say, I don't know what somber is. They look up dictionary. Oh, now I understand. Feeling melancholy. Or joyous, excited. Restless is generally one that's coming up a lot. A bit restless, want to do something, don't know what to do. Yeah. And so from a communication point of view, very helpful. But now what happens is, as you start doing this, you start separating yourself from the thought, because you realize the thought has now got a name, and anything got a name, separate existence. Like we said, the child is born, give it a name, separate existence. Yeah. Even look, when we take gold and we fashion the gold into another ornament, and when we call it ring, it's got separate existence. The ring has got separate existence from nugget. Yeah. So every time we keep using these labels, we are then able to create a distance between me and my thoughts. And this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to create a gap between me and who am I? Sakshi Chaitanya. I am pure witnessing consciousness, and these thoughts and feelings are passing in front of me. Chittaga. They are the comings and goings of the mind. So anxiety comes, anxiety goes. Anger comes, anger goes. Restlessness comes, restlessness goes. Yeah? They coming, going, coming, going. Who am I? Sakshi Chaitanya. I am ever still. I am ever rooted. I am ever present. And I'm the witness. I'm just watching them come and yeah. Not getting involved. I'm not getting involved with them. I'm watching them. And I watch them, they come, and then they also go. That's the beauty of thought. The beauty of thought is that it comes, but it also must leave. It's not allowed to stay. In fact, thoughts in the mind are like a river. They're like a river. Their nature is to flow. Their nature is to flow. Why do thoughts repeat themselves? Is because we grab one of them and we hold on to them. Like damming the river. When you dam the river, all of a sudden what happens? The water backs up. And that's what we do. We take a feeling that we're not clear about, we don't know how to resolve, we don't know how to deal with, and we keep brooding, ruminating, or allow that feeling to keep coming again and again. We keep on replaying it again. And what happens is that feeling and thought was about to leave you, but then you bring it back and say, wait, I want to keep playing with you. I want to keep looking at you. I want to keep brooding over you. And then that feeling and thought stays. It stays a bit longer. But still, its nature is it has to move. So eventually it will. But you put a dam in front of it. When you put a dam in front of you, you're obstructing it from leaving. And what does that dam do? The dam comes in the form of I am that thought. I am that feeling. That is the dam. Identification. I am that. I am that thought. I am that feeling. That is the dam. Now I have to remove myself and say, I am Sakshi, witness. And as witness, none of these thoughts belong to me. None of these thoughts define me. And when I make this loud, bold assertion, then what happens? The thoughts are allowed to flow and allowed to go. Let it flow, let it go. This is the key. Let it flow, let it go. Let it flow, let it go. Yeah. Oh, thought and anxiety coming, don't worry, it'll go. Thought of loneliness coming, go. Thought of being unappreciated because no one has said thank you, no one has given me a hug today. I didn't get any hugs today. Unappreciated, don't worry, it'll also go. It's funny, but when you want the hug, it doesn't come. And then when you don't want the hug, that's when it comes. And you say, why are you people annoying me now? Please leave me alone, I'm trying to do work. And they say, oh, I want to give a big hug, hug, hug. Life tends to be like that. The thing you want never comes to you. The thing you don't want somehow comes and grabs you. Somehow, Bhagavan has made it like that only. So, this is the key. Remain witness. As the witness, now the key thing about being the witness, is don't judge the thought. There is no good thought, there is no bad thought, there is just thought. Now this is where people get confused. Because in sadhana, now you have to understand, this is advanced sadhana. When you practice Sakshi Bhava, this is an advanced sadhana because this is called Nyanam. This is called Nyanam. Okay, this sadhana is called Nyanam. This is a Jnana sadhana, where you are trying to abide as consciousness. Now, Jnana sadhanas are different to the preparatory sadhanas. Preparatory sadhanas are called Chitta Shuddhi sadhana. Chitta Shuddhi sadhana. Okay, you must be clear about this. Chitta Shuddhi sadhana, and then you have Jnana sadhana. In Chitta Shuddhi sadhana, you have to control thoughts, purify thoughts. This is where you want to go from tamasic thought to rajasic thought to sattvic thought. That is Chitta Shuddhi sadhana. It is not Jnana marga. It is not Jnana marga. Okay? Jnanam hasn't started yet. If you're purifying your mind, you've not started Jnanam. You've not started Jnana sadhana. Okay? Jnana sadhana is when you start asserting I am consciousness. Then you are starting the practice of Jnana. But when we are purifying our thoughts, it is preparation. It is preparation. Okay? Like I said, preparation for sleeping is very different to sleeping. Very different. So puja, what does puja come under? Puja comes under Chitta Shuddhi or Jnanam. Who hands up if it's Chitta Shuddhi? I'm going to assume everyone got their hand up. Good. Yes. Puja is Chitta Shuddhi. Puja is not a Jnana sadhana. Japa, taking the name of the Lord, name of the Lord, name of the Lord. You keep on doing your Japa mala. Chitta Shuddhi or Jnanam. Chitta Shuddhi, hands up. Good. Just keep your hands up. Okay? Good. Now, I am consciousness. Chitta Shuddhi, no hands. Nyanam, Nyanam. Good. You understand? Huh? You must understand this. So when I am doing puja and japa or anything else, karma yoga, seva. Yeah? Doing my karma yoga, doing my seva. Yeah? And there's a myriad of other things out there. For Chitta Shuddhi, so many things are there. Pranayama, breathing, Chitta Shuddhi. Upasana, Chitta Shuddhi. Yeah? Focusing on the Murti and just concentrating on the form of God, Chitta Shuddhi. Shravanam, Chitta Shuddhi. Listening to the glories of Bhagavan, Chitta Shuddhi. All this is to purify your mind. Okay? Here we are now talking about distancing yourself from the mind. We are not talking about purifying the mind, we are talking about distancing. Now, when you go into this second part, distancing yourself from the mind, or disassociating from the mind, this is called Nyanam. In Nyanam, no thought is good and no thought is bad. There is no judgment on any thought in Nyanam. There is judgment of thought in Chitta Shuddhi. Because there is pure thought, impure thought. But in Nyanam, every thought is the same because every thought is called Anatma, not self. Whether it is thought of nobility, Anatma, whether it is thought of devotion, Anatma, whether it is anger, Anatma, whether it is fear, Anatma, all of them are the same. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic thoughts are all the same in Jnana Marga. Because all of them are called thoughts and thoughts are Anatma. Okay? So please be clear, this text is a Jnana Sadhana. It is not Chitta Shuddhi. Okay? Sometimes when we take Bhagavad Gita, many aspects of the Bhagavad Gita, Chitta Shuddhi. Adveshta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukha kshami. Qualities of devotee, Chitta Shuddhi. Yeah. Qualities of Sthita Prajna, Prajahati yada kaman sarvam partha manogatan. Chitta Shuddhi. Yeah. In Jnana Marga, then we say, I am witness to the thoughts, and all thoughts are the same, Anatma. There is no classification of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas in Jnana Marga. There is only Atma, Anatma. That's the only classification you can use. Atma, Anatma. Therefore, while I am watching these thoughts, when these terrible tamasic thoughts come, when these restless rajasic thoughts come, and even beautiful, peaceful sattvic thoughts come, all of them must be rejected. Everyone must be rejected. They must be rejected as not me, not me. So the tamasic thought, not me. Rajasic thought, not me. And even sattvic thought, not me. That also not me. Why? Who am I? Pure consciousness. I am consciousness which does not have thought. I don't have thought. Yeah. Therefore, there is no need to worry about the type of thought that is coming when you are practicing Jnana Marga. When you are practicing Jnana Sadhanas, the type of thought irrelevant. All that is important is to know I am not the thought. Atma, Anatma, Viveka is all that matters. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic analysis, irrelevant. No application here. Okay. This is one of the impediments we have when we do Sakshi Bhava. We start classifying good and bad thoughts. When I said label thoughts, it meant to get clarity. It's not to say one is good, one is bad. So in this, anger is not any better than benevolence. Generosity is no different to miserliness. High self-esteem, low self-esteem, both the same. They are not the self. And therefore, the label is only for clarity. The label is not for you to cast judgment. This is a big thing. So when I am pure Sakshi Chaitanya, I am the witness of these thoughts. What it means is get rooted in the notion that you are the permanent presence and the thoughts are passing. Thoughts pass, I am permanent. Thoughts go, I abide. I remain. I am. They come, they go, I am. This presence, this abidance, this stillness, this is what we are trying to enter into. That I am just the witnessing consciousness watching. I am not judging. I don't care if they're good today, tomorrow bad, next day ugly. Good, bad, and ugly. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm consciousness today, I'm consciousness tomorrow, I'm consciousness on day 3. But the thoughts may change every day. Today we had a wonderful meditation session. That's because you judge your thoughts. Yeah. So many nice, happy, beautiful thoughts. I felt so close to God today. Like you judge your thoughts. And as you judge that thought, then tomorrow when you feel distant from God and you can't feel His grace, you feel terrible. And say, that was not a good meditation session. And next day, mind will be everywhere. Gone here, gone there, restless. It's a terrible meditation. You're judging your meditation based on your thoughts. This is not part of Jnana Marga. In Jnana Marga, it is just abidance in that pure consciousness whichever is. Ever is. Okay? This is what we're trying to achieve. Okay? Now, a few minutes, let's see if we can practice it. Okay? Sit up straight. Leave all your pens and notes aside. Close your eyes. And slowly breathing in through your nostrils and out. In and out. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Interlock your fingers in a position that won't disturb you. Keeping your back, head, and neck erect in one line. Slowly breathing in through your nose and out. Now shift your attention to your thoughts. Seeing the different types of thoughts that are coming from tired, exhausted, anxious, restless, wavering, distracted, or focused, still. See these thoughts, but let them flow, let them go. Let them flow, let them go. Tell yourself, I remain. I am here before the thought. I am here while the thought is there. I am here after the thought has gone. I am. I am ever present. Watching thoughts as they flow. Watching thoughts as they go. Let it flow. Let it go. I am here. With each distraction that comes, keep asserting. Let it flow. Let it go. I am here. Let it flow. Let it go. I remain. Let it flow. Let it go. I remain. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So in this way, you practice this sadhana this week. This can be your practice. And next week, we will look at the next type of sadhana, and that will be associated with words. So this is associated with seer and seeing. First type we have done.